off the bat, I'm slipping along with my bare recurve and I spot a group of pigs. I go slipping up, I've got my GoPro on my head and I'm just waiting for a shot. I get about 24 yards and all I need is one of these pigs to give me a good shot. Finally, one of the big brown sows gives me a quartering away shot and I manage to shoot. I hit her right near the back of the last rib, running all the way through her chest, and she only made it about 50 or 60 yards before piling up right in the swamp. First stalk, whack, in Florida. Came down here to hunt I'll the turkeys and hogs. Very first, we haven't been here 30 minutes. Spotted a group of pigs, slipped up, drew back, perfect quartering away shot. Hit here, looked like it angled all the way up into the chest of that pig. I'm gonna ease up here, see what kind of blood we find. But that was awesome. Muzzy broadhead, Easton arrow combo. That's a 3-blade trocar right there. And that will put a hole in a piggy. Pretty awesome hunt here in Florida. You know, literally just here, spotted some pigs. I made a quick stalk using the brush line, and then there was a little berm in the road. They were rooting around in the swamp there. A lot of times we'll hunt them in feeders, but there was no feed here. Came easing along, used the berm, eased up about a 23, 24 yard shot, had a perfect quartering away shot, hit here, that arrow angled all the way up into the chest cavity, and this pig didn't make it, I don't know, what do you think, 50, 75 yards? If that, and dropped stone dead. That's the way you like it to happen. So what's crazy, and one of the things about feral hogs that makes them so damaging is you can see where they have rooted this up. They'll take and push their nose in looking for roots and things like that, and they'll destroy, especially food plots. These guys have planted this whole strip along this road. So because the berm's up high, I was able to slip in along the side and use that little bit of a berm as a little bit of cover. I would have liked to have had a perfectly broadside shot, but as that pig was feeding, I had a hard quartering and that's what I took. But what's neat here, just to show you some of the damage, is this is why feral hogs are so destructive. They also really wreak havoc on all kinds of indigenous snakes, bird eggs, turkey, quail, and a lot of other species suffer when feral hogs get too populated in a certain area. So these guys are trying to manage this for the deer and the turkeys, but the hogs make it difficult. So fortunately, they're a lot of fun to hunt, but they're also great to eat. Well, besides daytime hog hunting, I also slipped out at night with an IR light, where literally they could keep the IR light on me as I was sneaking up on hogs, and I was shooting at just a silhouette of a hog in the moonlight. You talk about exciting. The other neat thing was slipping along using an Easton arrow with a nocturnal lock, because as soon as I shot a hog and it would take off, I could literally follow the arrow going through the swamp until the pig dropped. Pretty dang cool. I also had a few close calls. On this one, I'm pretty sure the hog took off just as I was shooting, because my arrow went through there and there was no pig. On this one, I put this huge stalk on this hog just to shoot right underneath its chest. Still, pretty dang good time. Then while doing a little scouting for turkeys, I spot a group of pigs in the fog. I grab my Rock River Arms 223 and go slipping out trying to catch up with these pigs. Finally, I see a good one turn broadside, and since I'm using the 223, I don't want to shoot it in the chest. I want to shoot it in the head to drop it instantly. So at about 150 yards, that is exactly what I did. Shot that hog right in the bean as it was walking, and it just dropped in the fog. Well, pretty awesome time here in Florida. Shot a brown pig the other day with my recurve. We're really trying to trim down the hog numbers out here. And then spotted a group of them this morning in the fog. Grabbed my Rock River Arms AR 223, and that's why I headshot this pig. This is a big, it's a 80 to 100 pound hog, and I know it would kill it if I shot it behind the shoulder, but it would probably run a little bit with the 223. I'm really shooting a Predator round in here, the Super Performance 53 grain VMAX, but it works awesome by head shooting these pigs. It drops them in their tracks. So that's what I did with this one. Shot it in the head, dropped it right here in the field in this beautiful foggy morning. But I've been having a blast here in Florida. Actually here to do not only a little pig hunting, but also some Osceola turkey hunting and some alligator hunting. So I've got a couple different weapons. I brought my recurve with me. I brought my Rock River and 223, and then we also brought a Mossberg with us, and son Seth's gonna try and shoot a Osceola turkey with that. So I'm gonna take some meat off this pig, probably put it in the ground tonight and see if we can have some pig over the coals. So worked out pretty good. We got another beautiful pig down.
Last year, me and Seth went to Florida as well, and Seth shot a beautiful gobbler using the Wiley Tom decoy again and an old Mossberg that was probably 20 years old. He had a blast and rolled a beautiful Osceola, which was his first.
Look at that bird right there. Woo! They're pretty, man. I've never shot an Osceola before. I've hunted Merriams all my life, and this is my first Osceola. And that is a pretty bird right there. I love our Merriams, but that's a cool bird.
That was so incredible. Nice job.
Wiley Tom got
that was so awesome. Look at the size of that bird.
That's a nice bird.
Look at the spurs. Look at the red spurs. That's so neat about a lot of these Osceolas. Look at the red ones. The old Mossy. How old is that Mossberg?
20 years, I think.
Got a little custom stock action going on. Got the loophole red dot.
Got it done.
Last year, I shot a beautiful Osceola turkey using my recurve bow that also came into the Montana decoy, Wiley Tom, and the perfect pair. I had a Jake and a hen out. This gobbler came right in. I drew back my recurve, smoked it. It ran about 40 yards and fell over. Stay on him, he's gonna go down. Stay on him, he's gonna go down. I hit him good. He just dropped. He just dropped. Stay on him. You gotta be kidding me. That's the Wiley Tom, the perfect pair. Look at that sweet setup with the muddy. And look at this big Osceola turkey. Yes! Look at the size of that beard on that big Osceola. So this year, me and Seth are going back out after Osceola turkeys. The switch up is Seth's using a brand new Mossberg this year, and I'm using the Mossberg as well. This year, we're both gonna use the Montana decoy Wiley Tom. Seth's gonna use it as just a strutter, and I'm gonna use the 3D Wiley Tom. Well, Seth made a couple different setups, came close on a couple birds that would come in and shut down, but never quite close the distance. Well, then Seth got out in the field with the Wiley Tom decoy, let the gobblers see it, and one broke off the group and came strutting right in. You could see this bird blowing up and then dropping down, blowing up and dropping down. Seth lured it in to 30 yards with not only some great calling, but with the Wiley Tom decoy. And that's when he decided to let the Mossberg bark, and that big, beautiful turkey hit the ground.
Boom, baby! Montana decoy right there. Gosh, first morning in the hunt here in Florida, opening day. Oh, look at the spurs on that fella right there. That is an Osceola. Look at that beard. Heck yeah. Holy cow. Shot him with the old Mossberg 940 Pro. That was awesome.
Well, I set up in a blind. I had the Montana decoy, but I was using the 3D Wiley Tom.
set up and called 2 different gobblers in. Finally got a shot. You can see I body hit this bird. It got into the swamp, but I ended up getting it. Pretty awesome hunt. Just a beautiful Osceola swamp bird, literally, since he got in the water on me. But check out the spurs on this guy. Look at that. So then we were gonna try and do a little bit of fishing. Might have been a little bit of competition involved, and Seth may have won. I'm not sure, I'm not gonna mention who won, because really it's not about competing when you're outdoors. It's about just having fun. So it doesn't really matter who caught the biggest fish or the most fish, really. It's just about having a good time. Seth won. Well, out of the 3 boys and me, it's pretty much accepted that Seth is generally the better fisherman. However, today, gonna learn today.
Oh, yeah.
Seth feels that his bass has outdone my small gar. I don't know, mine was a little longer. Yours is more of a game fish, better tasting.
It's 1-1 right now, so we'll see how this goes.
All right, 1-1, I'll take 1-1. Nice job, buddy.